All right, class. In this example, we are going to learn about the CSS properties of color, and background image. So let's create some basic, let's do some basic H1s. You know, nothing really crazy. I'm sure you guys are sick of me using H1, but it kind of brings home my point. So I like using them. And what I'm going to do is we're going to create a couple things here. Let's have this one as dog, cat, and fish. Fish. This one I'm going to give an ID attribute here of cat. And we'll give this one an ID attribute of fish. And obviously this one an ID attribute of dog. Actually, you know what? We'll leave this one as just dog. Okay. So let's go through and learn how to do a color and what color does. So if I just say H1, and remember, if I say H1, it grabs everything that is an H1 unless overridden. So I'm going to say color, and well, let's say color as blue. Well, what the color property does is it changes the font color. So color is going to change our font color. So that's kind of nice. So we say color, colon, and then the color we want to change it to. Well, blue is nice, but let's also learn, let's say I wanted white text. So if I say color is white, it doesn't show up. Well, what we can do now is I want to change the background color of my entire body. Well, what I can do for that is background color. You guys have seen this. So I say background color. Well, what's a good background color for black? I don't know. Let's say dark gray. Dark gray. All right. Do our semicolon at the end. And now we have this cool little thing here that changes everything. Well, notice how body changed everything. Well, what's kind of cool is if I took color out of H1 and I put it in body, it's going to change the text color of everything that's inside of the body, which is all of my H1s. So notice how if I come into here and I did a P tag instead, let's do a P tag after dog, P tag, and let's say this is a dog. Okay, we'll close out our P tag. Notice how its text is also changed to white. Well, that is because the color is in the entire body, affects everything in the body. But if I move this back, its text is reverted back to black because it's only changing the white.
Please dial 3706, Melanie Malin.
Okay, and so we've seen color in action and we've seen background color in action. Let's see one more thing in action. I'm going to reference just cat. So we do, for an ID, remember we use a hashtag, so we say hashtag cat. And what I want to change is the background image. Well, in order to change a background image, I use what's called the URL value. And then, so I'd say background image for my property, and then URL, and then in my URL is what I put as what I want my background image. Well, I want my background image to be this smoky thing. So I'm going to right click on it, copy image address, come back over here and paste it. Now I get this little smoke as the background image of my cat. Well, this kind of didn't really work. Well, let's kind of reverse it. So I'm going to put my background image in my body, and let's put my background color in cat. All right, that's kind of cool. So you have the smoky background, and cat is colored. So the background color changes the background color. Background image, we use the URL in parentheses. And for color, it changes our font. Let me know if you guys have any questions.